matter how much resemblance we see when we look in the mirror. The orangutan and the chimpanzee, they're no relation to me. But we were created by the hands of the Creator. And then after creating us from the dust of the ground with his own hand, then he said, that's not enough. I'm going to have to give you a part of myself. Thus he breathed into our nostrils the breath of life. He's saying here, thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel. Fear not. Somebody's going through a situation this morning and you are fearful. You're facing it with a degree of trepidation. Uncertainty always brings fear. That's why people are more afraid in the dark than they are in the light. The situation is no different. That house you live in is the same at night as it is in the day. But it's just something about it at night when you're home alone. Those little pops, house settling, that don't mean anything in the day. At night it becomes unsettling because you don't know if it means somebody is walking around in that other room or in the closet. Uncertainty brings fear. And a cloud of darkness always breeds uncertainty. But I hear the Lord saying, you're facing that test and you're uncertain about the outcome. You're facing that legal situation and you're uncertain about the outcome. Oh yes, some things are going on in your life. You just got a taste of the good life. And now you're hearing that the place where you're employed is getting ready to do some mass layoffs. And you're uncertain about your survival. But I hear the Lord saying to you, fear not. Oh, you may not see what's going on in the future. You can't see in the future. You don't know what the future holds. But does anybody in here know who holds the future? If you know the hand that holds the future, if you know that he is your creator, not only is he your creator, he's your father. And the psalmist says, like a father pitieth his children, so the Lord pitieth them that fear him. If you have that father-daughter or father-son relationship, you may not know what's going on in the future, but I know the one that holds the future. Oh, I know you all probably all heard the story of the young man when the train was going at such tremendous speeds out west, going around the curves, the mountains, over those narrow bridges, people looking down and seeing that all it would take would be just for that car to tilt, and it would mean sudden death. And here is a little boy running down the aisles of the train. People are unnerved by him. Said something's wrong. That engineer, he's going too fast. Little boy, you need to sit down somewhere. Aren't you scared? No, I'm not scared. Well, don't you know that as fast as this man is going, this engineer, that something could happen and everybody on this train would be killed? But the little boy said, no, I'm not scared. Why? He said, because my dad is the engineer and he knows I'm back here. Don't you know whatever's going on in your life? He said you can address him as Abba, Daddy. Whatever's going going on, you don't have any reason to be afraid. Your Father is the engineer, and he knows that you're on board. I wish you'd just tell about 5 people. Get up and tell 5 people, fear not. Yeah, fear not. Oh, hallelujah. I'm halfway finished with this. Fear not, for I have redeemed thee. And he said, not only did I buy you back, Satan thought he had you. But to be redeemed is to be bought back. You know, if you ever got in a financial tight and you had a valuable piece of jewelry and you went and pawned it, but you didn't want to get rid of it. As soon as you got enough money, you went and bought it back. Satan, he took a mortgage on us. When Adam and Eve sinned in the garden. But when Jesus came, he said, I came to buy you back. And that's why somebody says Satan is mad, and I'm so glad. He missed the soul that he thought he had. The Lord said, fear not, for I've redeemed you. I bought you back. But not only have I bought you back, but I have called thee by my name, and thou art mine. Oh, there's nothing like knowing not who you are, but whose you are. I know who I belong to. That's why we used to sing, you bought me, Lord, and paid the price. I belong to you. Y'all don't know that one. You bought me, Lord, you paid the price, and I belong to you. And as a result, I'm going to do what? Do what you want me to do. The Lord said, because you're mine, you're going to go through some dangerous places. You're going to think the train is out of control. But I want you to know that when you pass through the water, don't worry about it. You're not going through it by yourself. I will be with thee. When you go through the rivers, they will not overflow you. But not only that, somebody's saying, preacher, I don't feel like I'm going through the water, but I'm going through a fiery trial. But I hear him say, when you go through the fire, I want you to know you will not be burned. And not only will you not be burned, when you come out of it, you won't even have the smell of smoke in your clothes. Satan might think he's going to destroy you, and he could do it if you were by yourself. But the thing you got to remember is it doesn't matter what I'm going through. He promised never to leave me. Never to leave me alone. That's why the songwriter said, I've seen the lightning flashing, and I've heard the thunder roll. I've felt sin breakers dashing, trying to conquer my soul. But I heard the voice of Jesus, and he bids me still to fight on. He promised never to leave me, never to leave me alone. Not only that, he said he'd be with me as I propagated the gospel of Christ. He said he'd be with me in the time of trouble, going through the water and through the fire. But he also said, I'm with you even when it seems like death is right there waiting. For the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. Yea, though I walk through the valley, Somebody today feel like you're in the valley. You're down in the low place. Last time you were at church, you were on the mountain because you were running and jumping and speaking in tongues. But so quickly can you go from the mountain into the valley. What is the valley but a low place? The enemy wants you to think that God is only with you when you're in the mountain. But I want you to know that you may be down in the valley. But I hear him say, I'm with you even when you're in the valley. I'm with you when you can't pay your bills. I'm with you when sickness seizes your body and look like it doesn't want you to turn you loose. I'm with you when you're facing an appointment at the courthouse. I'm with you when the tests are being analyzed. I'm with you when your name is hung on the highway. You may be in the valley. I just wish you'd tell somebody, you may be in the valley, but he is with you, even in the valley. In the valley and in the shadow of death. You know, the theologians and the biblical historians, they are not all sure who is the author of Psalm 23. All that they know is it is a man who has experienced trouble. But we mostly believe it was a Psalm of David. And David being a shepherd, leading his sheep, and always having to fight off animals that would be predators. You know, he stood before Saul and said, one night as I was keeping my sheep, a bear came out of the woods and then a lion. But I took that bear and killed him with my hand. I took that lion, I caught him by his beard and rent him in two. So most people believe that the 23rd Psalm is a Psalm of David. That one night when he led the sheep out into a grazing land, up on the mountain, on a moonlit night, there was a mountain lion, and the reflection of the moonlight cast a shadow of the lion down in the valley. And as David is leading the sheep, he sees that shadow, knowing that that lion represents death. But I hear David said, I'm in the valley and the shadow is death, but I'll fear no evil because I got a security squad. The Lord is my shepherd. That means he's in front of me leading me. But I hear footsteps behind. My two bodyguards are back there. Goodness is on one side, mercy is on the other. Surely, surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I'm never alone. I'm going to my seat, but I just wish you'd tell 3 people, I don't know what you're going through, but I know you're never alone.